Do you agree with this lady? Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins warns of theater extinction. What kind of extinction? Movie theater extinction. She's not happy about it. She doesn't like the idea, and she thinks it could really happen. This is coming from Bounding Into Comics, and I'm Adam Post. So this is a story, basically, because of the pandemic, a lot of movie theaters are still closed. Pretty much almost all movie theaters are still closed. They're going bankrupt left. They're going bankrupt right. Are they going bankrupt technically? They're actually not going bankrupt technically, but they're having a lot of money problems. And if they don't get either some kind of a bailout, some kind of a buyout, some kind of help from Congress, government writing them checks, there could be problems for movie theaters. My theory is Disney's going to buy them all. But let's get into the article and see what happens and read about it. Before we do, support my work. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, and then you'll always get my videos. Patty Jenkins, whose latest film, Wonder Woman 1984, has been delayed 3 times and is warning that movie theaters face extinction, and she's calling on Congress to take action. Maybe she could just send in Wonder Woman. Obviously, Wonder Woman handled these 2 guys very well. Grabbed their guns, and she didn't even try, practically. Look at her hair. It's beautiful. She shared her warning for theaters threatened by coronavirus lockdowns when talking with Reuters. Quote, "If we shut this down, this will not be a reversible process," she told them. Jenkins added the dire prediction, "We could lose movie theater going forever," and worries the movie theater industry could become scarcely profitable. Well, it says here the movie industry, but it's kind of like with comics. Comic book stores have been in trouble. There are some comics that still sell some copies. Spawn recently sold 150,000 copies, which is a respectable number. But just because movie theaters were to go out of business, it wouldn't stop movies from being made. They would just be distributed differently. Would I still like there to be movie theaters? I would still like there to be movie theaters. I think there's a lot to be said for it. It obviously is a big part of the industry, and it gives you choice. You're not stuck with, well, all I can watch is whatever Disney puts on Disney Plus, or all I can watch is whatever Netflix puts on their streaming channel. And unfortunately, a lot of content seems to be moving in that direction, where content is going to be dictated by whatever the streaming services who put out wacky things like Cuties decide, okay, you should be watching this. We're going to move the culture by telling this kind of a story. She compared its future to the struggles of the music industry. It could be kind of like the thing that happened to the music industry, Jenkins said, where you could crumble the entire industry by making it something that can't be profitable. Well, but the music industry seems to be doing okay. I don't know. Patty just seems like she's very nervous. But teaming with other filmmakers representing the National Association of Theater Owners, the Directors Guild of America, and the Motion Picture Association, Jenkins co-signed a letter urging members of Congress to take action by providing stimulus to help theater operators open. Well, I mean, the thing is, the theater operators were already in terrible financial shape. Now they're in worse financial shape. One of the theater operators is like $8.2 billion in debt. The market value of the company, although that is inclusive of the debt, is only like $500 million. Another one is like $700 million. And when you look at Disney, it's like a $200 billion company or whatever. It's a very small, over-leveraged, meaning they have a lot of debt, kind of business, the movie theater business. It almost doesn't even belong existing on its own anymore, and it probably doesn't belong existing on its own anymore. Again, I think Disney's going to buy at least one, if not both, of the major theater chains, because Disney somehow never runs out of money. Clint Eastwood, Christopher Nolan, and Martin Scorsese also signed the letter. I would have signed the letter. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to sign a letter. The filmmakers and associations stated in their letter, 93% of theater exhibitors suffered a loss of 75% in second quarter 2020. They claim if trends continue, 69% of small and mid-sized movie theater companies will have to file for bankruptcy, just like I said, or close for good, be getting a 66% loss in theater jobs. I mean, they're not good jobs in theaters. No, none of them are. So it counts. But the thing is, if it's not viable, it's not viable. If you don't know where the pandemic is going, maybe movie theaters aren't going to be viable for another year or 2 years. For the company that owes $8.2 billion, let them file bankruptcy. They'll get rid of all their debt and they can restart again. Regal Cinemas and AMC Theaters, the largest chains in America, trying to power through a dearth of content to screen, are hemorrhaging money. Yeah, this is another big problemo. What's the big problemo? Well, the movie studios are like, maybe we're not going to put out our $200 million movies when no one is going to see movies right now because they're afraid of the super-de-duper gigantic health event, so they're delaying all their movies. Delaying. And if they're going to delay their movies, then what movies could the movie theaters possibly show? But even if they were showing these movies, a lot of people are not comfortable going to the movies, right? Theaters internationally and in parts of the country are reopening and showing movies such as Tenet and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Well, that was PVOD, and I guess maybe they had some theaters showing it. Did not do well, Bill and Ted Face the Music, unfortunately. But they don't have increased ticket sales to boast about. Jenkins made note of the shift by studios to streaming, which is where Mulan and Trolls World Tour wound up, with the latter reportedly making a killing. Yet Trolls did pretty well. Trolls did do pretty well. Mulan did okay, but not as well as they would have liked it to. It did something like somewhere, but they don't have exact numbers. They're not putting out exact numbers. Disney probably will in its third quarter, which means we'll hear more about it, like third quarter reporting. We'll hear more about it in December, I believe. But it looks like it only brought in like 150 million max. She doesn't see an appeal to that future. Well, maybe in that future? Well, what can I tell you? I don't know, Patty. Just make a movie. I don't think any of us want to live in a world where the only option is to take your kids to watch a movie in your own living room. I wouldn't want to live in that world. And not have a place to go for a date, Jenkins stated. Maybe they shouldn't let her talk very much because there are a lot of big issues going on. And yes, it's great to go to a movie theater on a date, but you can't use that explanation as to why Congress should give it billions of dollars. So maybe just sit down and let other people handle this one, Patty. She recently shot down a rumor Wonder Woman 1984 will be releasing to streaming for a premium fee this Christmas and continues to have faith in a theatrical release. Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out in Christmas time. Wonder Woman 1984, they delayed it for the third time. But they'll probably delay it another 6 months. That's what I think. Jenkins wrote on Twitter, direct to streaming is not even being discussed. We are still 100% behind the theatrical experience for Wonder Woman 1984 and supporting our beloved theater businesses. So, yeah, there's no way they're going to release Wonder Woman this year, 1984, to streaming. If Mulan had done twice as well, maybe, and Black Widow had come out that way, sure, that would have been possible. But it didn't happen that way, so it's not possible. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is the end? Look at Patty over here, but look at Patty. She looks better over here. I don't know, maybe it's just the right lighting. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below. Just end it this way, much better. Is this the end of movie theaters? Should we start forgetting about our experiences going to movie theaters? Should we try to get Congress, perhaps all of us could write a letter to Congress and they could throw it away as well, asking them to give billions of dollars for no reason to movie theaters so that Patty can go on dates? Let's think about that. Also, if you want to support my work, you will check out collegeofthedead.com and play the trailer. Better than Wonder Woman 1984, my trailer? It might be. It was done by Ted Zagaro. It is very interesting. You should check it out. It's an ongoing zombie apocalypse series, College of the Dead. And the current one is College of the Dead Graduation Day, which was actually a huge success compared to the first book. It did 3 times the business, which is really, really great. Also, you can check out epicmermaids.com and sign up to get on the Mermaids email mailing list, which you'll basically just get one email that says, hey, The Mermaids is out. Jump on it. It's going to be coming out October 2020. The Mermaids is the launch of an ongoing series for me. It's like Game of Thrones with mermaids. It's really well done. I'm sure you're going to love it. All right, I'll see you again soon with another video, and if I don't see you, I will miss you.